Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019, Stage Racer, episode number 26. We're at the Tour of Madrid. And it's 3-stage, 2 of them are sprint. This is the only stage where there's much of a chance of anything happen. We've got a Category 2 climb over 30 kilometers prior to the finish. It could and should thin the field out a bit, but I highly doubt that it's going to be enough to destroy the field. Definitely not enough to thin the group out sufficiently. I think we're fully expecting to have minimum 10 to 20 riders, more likely 30 to 40 riders left at the top of that climb, and then from that group, 30 to 40 riders sprinting it out. The sprinters themselves, the majority, if not all, will likely be dropped from that climb, but that doesn't favor me necessarily, having those guys out of the way, as there are still far, far quicker riders on the bike in the sprint than myself. Winding our way through the valley here, 70k to go. The absurdity of my team and their objectives continues. If you've watched the last handful of episodes, you've seen one after another, race objective has been well beyond what is reasonable. I'm not even in the top 10 favorites, they think I should finish top 5. Or I'm just in the top 10 favorites, they think, oh yeah, you're going to win the stage. Or even when I am in those top favorites, a stage like this, I've got no business finishing in the top 10. I might be able to squeeze out a top 15. I might squeeze a top 10. That's going to be it. Objective, finish the stage in the top 3. Overall race objective, finish in the top 5. Remember the last 2 stages? After this, there's only 3. They're both sprint stages. So where I'm going to acquire a top 5 overall, I don't know. Oh, and then I'm not even leader. I'm co-leader. They've got so much faith in my place overall that I'm only not just co-leader only, but I'm co-leader to the point where I'm the only one that I'm in control of. So whoever the other co-leader is, I want to say it's Aaron Burrow, most likely, he's got the entire team working for him, and I've got nobody supporting me, so yeah. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Gonna need it. Let's put our head down, though, and get on with the racing. Pace is slow. We just caught the breakaway, and now we're really starting to climb. No. We're just now going above 3%. What is the rest of the profile like here? Gets steeper, not much to it. Big flat section. Got a big plateau at the top of the peak before going back down, which means it's going to be difficult to recover. Got an 81 mountain rating, so if I just do this, I'm going to start shattering the field a bit here. And look how fast they start falling off. 5 guys off.
The peloton is definitely accelerated, meaning that an attack is highly unlikely.
There's another 10 going off. 3k to the top. Under 100 now. Oh hey, look, I finally got a little bit of support. A lot of damage done to the field. 1k to the top. 74. It's still 74 riders. Alright, I'll sit up now. 46, 41. So I myself brought it down to that 30 to 40 range that I expected, and still not even quite that because we're already back up to 47 now. It's a bit of a large group to see this one out. My entire team was dropped, Aaron Burrow included. He was supposed to be a favorite, and he was dropped. So much for that, huh? 54 riders. Aaron Burrow is in the next group down the road, just over a minute behind. They could regain contact depending on the pace of this group versus that group. They've pulled back a few more seconds. They're inside a minute now. And that could be enough, but it seems to be holding right now. So I'm not sure they're going to get back. Not so sure about that one. There's a little sprint point. That was worth 3 seconds, but there's somebody interested in that. I suppose I could have taken 2 seconds there. A little uphill here. I don't think this is going to do enough. No. What pace? We're crawling through here. 11K. We gotta speed it up a little. Oh, Aaron Burrow's back. What's he doing? Just hanging out at the back. You wanna come forward for me? I'm gonna need you up here. I'd say you're a more capable sprinter, but your form stinks. That -2, so go ahead and lead me out. I can use my acceleration at the end. I won't have the top speed at all, but with a little acceleration and Aaron Burrow leading me out, maybe I can squeeze that position that I need.
Only 5 kilometers left.
It's my gel. Aaron Burrow, yes. Effort cursor, not. There we go. Okay, speed it up, speed it up, speed up. Come on, come on, get through, get through. Oh, come on, I can't get through. There's no gap. There's a gap. It's too late now. Sprint.
There goes the sprint.
And sprint.
He snatched victory in that mass sprint finish.
5th. I get 5th. Aaron Burrow gets 3rd with no energy whatsoever. I could not find my way through, but I get 5th. That's pretty dang good. And yet, I'm still going to be punished because I'll be in 5th overall, possibly, depending on those time bonuses. Probably won't be. I'll be in or around 5th overall. But I definitely didn't get top 3 on the stage. And how is that a hill stage? I mean, really. We had like 80 people in the group. Profiling stinks, guys. Need some work.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
And yeah, I was right. Time bonuses drops me to 8th. So, wah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. 7 points. Last 2 stages, sprint stages, nothing's going to happen in those. I will drop down the order, so I'll see you for the following race. Of Flèche Ardennaise. Alright, so we're at La Flèche Ardennaise. We are just getting started, just off the line here. And I'm the favorite for this one, and I've got a chance. I do have a chance to win this one. It's favorite, questionable. Definitely questionable, but there's a chance based on the profile. No World Tour teams here today. That's going to make a huge difference. 99% fitness, plus 1 race day condition, a 72 resistance, a little bit of acceleration, definitely good hills rating, 80 and 81 mountain. It could be. I'm supposed to have the entire team at my disposal. Well, I've got 4 riders in support later on. Amisquita, Tarame, maybe. As guys drop, they will replace them. So let's take a look at the profile. We've already gone over the first climb of the day. Second one coming up. There's a lot of undulation, a lot of up down. We've got a steep one there. After a very short, steep saddle, in and out. Steep back down the other side. A couple more climbs there. And then we're going to settle in. This is the finishing section here. So it does open with a little bit steep one, and then you have a repetitive circuit there 4 times, up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over to the finish. Short, relatively short distance to the finish over that last one. Let's say probably a K and a half, 2K out is where it mostly levels off, and then the last flat section, I'd say the 1K banner would be somewhere on that decline, most likely, right? Alright, well, it's cruising time for now, so we've got a breakaway forming of 4 riders. They've already got 3 minutes. I like the size of that group. It's a small group. Who's in it? Penoliver de Winter is actually, I think, on the list of favorites. Sancho and Cicchini. So we do need to watch out for that group a little bit. I don't want them to get too much of a lead, and it's out over 4 minutes already. It should be easy to pull them back, but we definitely don't want to give them 8 or 9 minutes. If it gets above 6, I think I'll start to take matters into my own hand on the team control. For now, Backart is at the front, already pulling. It appears that he's holding the lead now. He's the only one working at the front. No other team is contributing right now. Backart not feeling damaged by his efforts, as we're now holding a 4-minute lead. And so that makes it look like that group off the front is not able to pull back any more than they are, at least not at this point. Alright, we're into the steeper climbs. Steepest climbs of the day already. We're at about the halfway point. Backart, pretty tired. DeBoek, pretty tired. But otherwise, we're all kind of getting through it. Whoa, at the moment, the double steep climb there, and we're suddenly down to 31 riders. Wow, that was sudden. Okay, 31 riders, we're 33 seconds behind. Is it time to turn it on? It really doesn't feel like it is. I mean, that double steep climb did some damage. We've got 2 more hefty climbs coming up. We might get... Yeah, sun coming back at us. We're back. Ooh, back up to 104. Really, I didn't think that second group would come back so fast, but they did. So we're back up to a full team. All right, here we go. Let's slow it down a little bit. ×2 speed. Keep this angle for now. It's a good view of the hill, and plenty of riders are slipping off the back. But now it's, instead of natural breaks, we're looking at actual fatigue. Breakaway group reeled in. Peloton down to 75. Those falling off are dropping very quickly. Okay, now at the moment it's 29. Now this is not one of those natural splits. This is just somebody lost the wheel, lost contact, so they will get back on. And they do, but only 59, not 100. It's those final 4 climbs where I really want to start to do damage, so I know some of these guys will come back. 2 riders off the front. Who it is it? Barcelo and Busato. Okay. And let's take a different view here. There's the front. They're not giving me the break, huh?
features some dreadful percentages.
Okay, 60 kilometers to go. Lots of distance still. Let's go times 4 here.
Attack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be
See small splits. Yeah, a couple individual riders dropping off. 4 more dropping off. Ooh, there's another 10 dropping off. I don't think those guys are coming back. I really do think the 50 or so that we're down to is pretty close to it. 2, 4 riders maybe getting back on as they just got dropped, but that should be about it. 48K. Not yet time to form. Backart was dropped, by the way, so he's out. He did spend 2/3 of this race working the peloton from the front, so can't blame him for getting tired. Now it's DeBoek and Amisqueta who are in that position now. 2 minute is the gap to Bussato, who I don't have any information on, and Barcelo, same thing. But let's start to see the real climbs of the day. This is not yet the circuit climb. This is our last climb before we join the circuit. And this is steeper than the circuit climb. At this point, I'm very fresh. Tarame is looking good. Lastra's doing okay. Rodriguez is doing okay. It was really just DeBoek who's quite fatigued at this point. And we cut the lead down to a minute, so those guys will be very easy to catch. We pulled back a minute on one short climb. Alright, heading to the finishing circuit now. But it's still 37K to go, so I'm not yet ready to rock the train just yet. Today is the type of day for the train to work. Okay, we are now entering the circuit. And we're going to see the climb for the first of 4 times. Definitely take normal speed for this. There we go. Onto it. 9.7. There's 10. Ooh, I like this. Okay. 10.4. So it's all between 9 and 10.5. Back down to under 9. It's starting to level off. 7, 6. Down to 5. 4. Now under 3, so we're technically on the flat. That was 30.3K to go, where it levels off, which is 1K prior to the 1K banner, and then the last K is flat. You got a little downhill, so where it levels off to where it levels off at the top, and then you have a little descent, and then it levels off again, and is flat into the run. So you have 2K out, and then it levels to the finish at 1K out. So it is a 2K run over the top. And if I'm completely alone, I might be able to hang on for 2K. But I'm going to need a hefty gap at that point. Otherwise, I will need a lead-out rider. 3 times left to go, 23K. It's not yet time to do anything. We're down to just 1 rider left on the front, 53 in all. Here we go. This is the climb again. Now, I'm cruising through, no problem. We're already lapping people. Tarame is attacking? Really? What the heck is that for? Poor form. Tarame was looking like my strongest support rider for the day, and he attacks himself? I'm your leader, dude. What the F was up with that? You are so fired right now. That was deliberate. He went through a big acceleration and attacked off the front. That was not his role. His role was teammate. Alright, 2 times to go. We're coming up on it. It's 14.5K. I'm down to 3 guys, though, and that really freaking sucks because Tarame, before he went on his suicide run, he was a +3 who is about where Lastra is right now and would have been my lead-out guy. Would have been, could have been, should have been Could have had a top 5 finish. Now he's going to finish, I'd say right about 48th. Because we're going to catch him and demolish him. And that was an absolute garbage move by him on that. So, Amasqueta, Rodriguez probably going to get burned through. Lastra is going to have to go through on the flat. We'll see if we can't do a little damage this time. Because Lastra, there we go. Not much damage to be done here. For one thing, he's already done. Already starting to level off a little bit. There you go. That's where you go under 3. And we are seeing accelerations. Mueller and Genexo, but because we're in control, we're good. And it's a 5-man break. We split just the 5 of us off the front. Let's team time trial. Oh, we just got caught. Never mind. Develop a new plan, and it's instantly gone. Okay, you guys, I want you to get on behind if you can. And Tarme is completely toast and about to get reeled in, so much for his support on this. Lastra only a 67 flat rating today, but he's got some decent resistance. He can hang on for a little bit. Oh, the rain is hitting, and there's Tarme, and of course he's done. So, you know, so much for that help. 6.6k. Use the gel now. I need it for separation first on the climb. We're down to 31 riders. We are dropping a lot at the moment. That's still a lot of riders if I'm going to win this thing. 4.5k. Okay, Lastra. It's going to give me a little lead out.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Okay, there it is. Take over. And here comes my acceleration. Hold up a little, hold up a little. It's a group of 7. 1k to go. 1k to go, and sprint! I'm not a sprinter. I'm not a sprinter. I'm not going to be 7th, but I'm definitely not winning this thing. Ben de Klerk, who's retiring, just announced his retirement. In real life, Ben Swift, Genexo. I took 6th. Guillaume Martin, best rider in that group by far. But he, like I'm not a sprinter. Yeah, that's still, there wasn't enough there to get separation anywhere. We thinned it down to a group of 7 to the finish. If Tarme wouldn't have been absolute trash, I would have had him and Lastra there at the end. And that would have been a different ordeal entirely. Because I would have had one more guy to burn through and would have been able to go full 99. Burn myself just slightly, but thin the group out already before I attacked. Because my attack ultimately thinned it to 7. I could have used Tarme to thin it to 7, and then I could have attacked the other 5 riders, where ultimately it would have thinned it to 8, right? If he would have been the additional guy there. And then I could have shook off those last 6 guys before the top, and then cruised in the last 2k and held them off. Theoretically. What ifs? Yeah, you never quite know, right? Hindsight is good. Look back and you go, oh, yeah, we should have done this differently. But when things work, they work. And you never quite know what ifs, what would have actually happened if things were different. Not a bad result, but I'm no sprinter, so not being able to shake those guys gave me no chance in the end. I finished 6th out of 7. And if I wouldn't have sprinted away, I almost certainly would have finished lower. Even if I had energy at the top and then saved it for a sprint, we would have had a group of 17 to sprint it out for the end. Or more. Right? We might not have even shook off these guys. I mean, Lastro is who we were with at the time. Sprinted out among 20 riders. Where am I going to finish then? Probably not 6th. Probably not. Into late May. Onto the Tour de la Haine. Sorry, pronunciation. Not so sure on this one. But we have 17 kilometers left. We're cruising to the end of stage number 1, a sprint stage. I am the favorite for the overall race because the next two, the final 2 stages, are both mountain stages. One with a mountain top finish, the final stage. So, 10K to go in this one. I just need to get up there, get a decent finish out of this, but really stage 1 does not matter. So, 8K. Now 7. Pick up our pace a little bit here. 6. Use my gel. Get ourselves set, ready to go. 4K. Mora is here. Yes, I have control of Mora. Why don't I use Mora to give me a solid lead out? Said I'm doing 96 right off the bat, and let's open that up to a 98. 3.6K to go. 97. You're about in the right spot here. 2.6K to go. 2K to go. There's definitely some World Tour competition on this one. Okay, give me your sprint. There you go. And now I'll take mine, 800 meters. I'm just going to push to the center. Comes everybody else with more speed. Banijek, actual sprinter. Jaraguay. Not to be confused with Jamiroquai. Singer from the early 90s. Finished 12th on the stage. And there are some splits here, so actually not everybody made it. That could take a few contenders out. Some of the mountain guys may have been dropped on this stage. Like I said, it's only 3 stages, so we move on to stage number 2. I'm halfway towards my upcoming fitness peak, which means I'll probably hit it in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. So in the middle of June, we should be entering our next fitness peak. This one, mountain stage, but not the brutal type. This will be a bunch finish, but not a large bunch finish, especially that category 1 climb here towards the end. It'll diminish the field down a bit. These first 2 climbs aren't going to do much. Depending on the breakaway, this climb may do some damage, but not much. I think this is where we're going to start here, and then definitely here, destroying the field. So, depending on the pace, I'll see you either on this descent or this one. Times 2 speed at the moment. We're just hitting the top of the second peak. We're starting that descent. I am coming back that early for a couple of reasons. One, a lot of damage already in the field, though the full peloton is together. All 93 riders here. Only 3 riders off the front. So, breakaway, not a threat. Damage in the field, but not enough to split. But here's the thing. Those minor climbs are already doing damage to the field. We have a nasty, nasty weather day, which is just now starting. It was dry up until this point. That led to a lot of negative race day conditions, and I've had some bad luck here today, and I'm facing an ugly, ugly, nasty -3, and almost all of those points are into the stamina and the resistance, other than prologue. Oh, and then downhill. So, so I can't descend, and I have no stamina or resistance today when I need it. Luckily, this is hopefully going to be that bunch sprint. I'm not attacking anyone with this type of condition today. My hope is I don't get dropped, and that next stage I'll have good race day condition and we'll be able to go for the win on stage number 3. So today we're aiming for survival. Speaking of, let's try to speed this up. There's the top of that category 2 climb. This time no damage done. That's good. 2 climbs to go, plus the finishing. Let's check the profile a little more closely here. So that category 2, that's going to hurt the field a bit. That is going to hurt the field. That category 1 is going to shatter the field. The final climb, I think most everybody who's there will be just fine getting to it. So whoever gets over this category 1 together, or very, very nearly together, all or most will make it to the finish line together. Alright, let's bring it down to this level, but we're going to keep going fast here. ×4, only 1 rider left off the front. They do have a 1.5 minute lead. That's not going to be the easiest to catch, but that should come down pretty quickly here. Tarme is the one, actually he's not protecting me. He is leading at the front at the moment. Lastra is the one supposed to be protecting me, and he's just now making it up here. Luckily the pace wasn't bad. Peloton down to 67, 68 riders. Still a minute behind that guy, so let's see, who is it? Parashon. Parashon is a really strong rider to be in the breakaway there by themselves. Luckily, it's a long, long ways to go for one rider. Otherwise, he would definitely have this in the bag. A minute on that final climb, plus still some distance to go to the finish. He should be real dead. Should. Mora's off the back, Banashek's off the back, but I've got Aaron Burrow, Tarme, and Lastra all here, and I'm really just looking for some protection. Speed it back up. Descent almost done. We're going to hit the climb here in a second over the bridge. Small flat section. Back to ×4 speed for a little bit here, and there we go. We are climbing. This is the category 1 climb. Make sure I don't get myself dropped, so we'll speed that up just a little bit. Let's go 87 here. 20 seconds. Aaron Burrow is done. He's about to get dropped. Breakaway's caught. 53 riders. Shrinking. Rain's picking up again. Rain could destroy somebody's race right now if they crash. Anyone who crashes now is done. I am definitely feeling the fatigue here. You can see the resistance, the effect. Lastra hurting. Tarme hanging on there. 37 riders are all that's left. Nearly over the top now. No reason to attack. I have protection of 2 riders and I'm going to need it. Leveling off. There's the top. 1K. I don't need the points. Don't care. Mataway attacking. I don't want those guys to get away. Come on now. I'm not the one to chase him. I am not the one to chase him. Or should I try to join him? It's scary. They're pulling away. It's 30 seconds now. I'm thinking I should try to join those guys. Not at an 87. I'm not going to make it happen. 30 seconds. Lastra. Protect, please. Thank you. Set that to a 91. Still 30 seconds as we bottom out. 13k to go. That's a difficult prospect for two guys to go 30. Somebody did fall off the back of the group. We're down to 31 riders here. Pace is definitely there, so it's going to be difficult for those two to stay away. That could be a good thing. That could go to our advantage. If we catch them, maybe we can break away from them. And they are the favorites besides myself. Mataway, Rayner, Gugard. Oh, Jericho is still here. Here comes some attacks. Here comes some attacks. Bernard attacking. Tarme is trying to get water right now with 9k to go, you idiot. Hi, 24 riders in the group. 8.6k. There goes the pace. We're down to 24 riders, but no pace at the moment. Lastra. Are you here? There you are. 7.6. Tarme, at least give us something. There you go. Rayner, DuPont, Waitens. All kind of pulling out front a little bit there anyway. Down to 6.3, 6.0. Use the gel here in a moment. There's a little uphill still, so the pace not too hot. There we go, 5.5. Starting to see some accelerations. Starting to see some accelerations. My problem is my two support guys are too tired. They can protect me, but they definitely cannot do anything more than that. Tarme, there you go. Just 99. Can you do that? 2.4. A lot of these guys are tired, like Tarme. I'm going to start moving forward. I'm in a good shape here for this attack. There goes my sprint. Small group, 22 riders. I'm very much towards the back end, though. Gurdon, Rayner, Jakuigui picks up 4 seconds again. Mataway, no time for him. That's good. I took 15th. So, yeah, mixed bag on that. Mixed bag. We're in good shape. Horrible race day condition here. Overcome successfully. No time losses. We're set up, and it's the mountaintop finish next time on a steep one. So, as long as I don't have a nasty race day condition again, I should be set to go for the win on stage number 3. But we're out of time, so that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.